the recycling center recycling committee meeting? Is there conference room?
It would be. I believe it's going to be in the meeting hall actually.
Oh, thank
if
you.
you're looking for where the town administrator is speaking.
No. The recycling committee is having a meeting at 1 o'clock?
Give me 1 second. Do you know about a recycling committee?
It says library conference room?
That's what the town, isn't it?
Oh, conference room.
Town administrator's talking about.
I thought that was what they're talking about.
Irene Congdon?
Yes.
Yes.
Where's the
That
conference
is-
room?
It is. If you go down there, just keep following around. No, let me show you.
Okay.
It says conference room on the door, but you can't see it from the front desk.
I'm just learning that you have all these rooms. Good to know.
Handy. Right in there.
Great, thank you.
No problem.
Huh. There's nobody there. Could they have moved to the other room? What would be the room he was trying to tell me? Because they should be there already. This,
That's all I know. It's not a
do you know what he was
library-sponsored
talking
event.
about?
The meeting hall is the meeting rooms in between the library and the senior center.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'll try to find it. That's weird.
For mattresses, if you want a cheap model for mattress, if it is pretty good mattress, that you just had in a spare bedroom, put it on our marketplace and just say free, come pick it up. You'd be surprised that somebody would like another extra mattress downstairs in their garage, their basement for a visitor, a grandchild coming over just to have something. And they might pick it up for free. In Fitchburg is the mattress place. So that's the place that actually fillets the mattresses, recycles everything. That is $25 to $35. For Townsend, we have to have it bagged. We need to have it in the spot. It needs to be weighted on, and it needs a truck to come over. So that extra cost to come either to pick up at your house or at the town is extra money.
Pick up at the house is $100.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those are the options. Yes, sir.
I have a very healthy population of animals. So I have to put my rubbish in a barrel
Yeah.
and then tie it down with bungee cords. Otherwise, they go in there and tear it apart. Can I still use those barrels with those bags?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So whatever you do now with your trash bags is what you're gonna do. It's just you have to pay for the bag to be there. And like I said, because we know of the financial issue that we don't have the small bags right now, we are working to have donations, and we are expecting them to come probably around the 24th is when I would expect. It would not be now because most people are still using them for their basic trash for an overflow. For larger families, we know there are families that have 15 people in their house. They need more than the 2-bag limit. So we don't want to take all the bags that are out there. There are residents right now that do utilize the overflow bags. So we want them to be available for them until October 1st. But the 24th is what we're told that would have,
That's September, right?
September, I know, September 24th. Yes.
So I've never had to use the overflow bags, fortunately, and I've got a family of 5 right now, but I've heard that the bags are pretty flimsy. Are they strong enough?
They're
to hold
strong.
Heavy, 60-gallon bag.
You can step on them and do what you normally do. So this is my Hefty bag, and this is this bag, and you can feel it's the same quality.
questions. I'm assuming the money that we're paying for the bags is going to the town, okay? And is there a limit to how many bags we can put out?
No, you can use as many bags as you want.
So if you have a big party, for example, or you're cleaning stuff out in an attic or basement, you would need to put it in these bags, but there is no limit.
Okay.
You just have to obviously pay for it.
But you can fit, it's my kitchen bag, I put maybe some 2 or 3 in it.
Are not biodegradable. Why don't they have stickers so we can use our original trash barrel with covers that animals don't get into, and have stickers that we have paid for instead of using the bag?
Well, the stickers would be like
So this is the
essentially
Hefty
a flat
bag,
fee
and
system.
this is this.
All right,
You
we
know?
have a flat fee system.
No,
And this is
that
what
was
we've
the
had
stuff
now, we've had this for 3 years, this type of bag, at McNabb's and Hannaford, for the overflow. That might have been good, you didn't even need the overflow, you didn't even know you needed it. So you know what? You're gonna put what you in here, and that's it.
But again,
Wait, can you show that?
50, 350 a bag, but when we get to the other one, it'll be 225.
that's where
Oh, yes, goodness, 30.
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
well, you can't really dig into that type of detail to figure out how.
Bags are not biodegradable, so they go more into the,
That's the question. Once Shaw takes it to the transfer station, where does it go from the transfer station from there on? Does it go to an incinerator, or does it go to a landfill?
It goes to the landfill.
Goes to landfill. Then her question is a legitimate question. What happens to all this plastic that's gonna last for several hundred years in that landfill?
So we can manufacture any bag you want, compostable.
Are they biodegradable?
They are not because A, they're double the price. So if the town did want that, they are double the price. And B, they are going to the landfill, so they are staying there and they're not going to be
And
degrading anywhere.
shame on Townsend for using it.
The other great thing about this is you have to really think about what you're doing. So yes, a family of 4 might be using 7 pounds of plastic because of the trash bag. You're already using trash bags. Doesn't mean you have to use additional. You can use that right in your kitchen the same way that you are. And you're on average reducing trash by 40%. So 600 pounds for a family or a person, and you're adding 7 pounds. So
It's
you have
still 7 pounds of undegradable.
correct, but you're reducing.
But you're doing it now, you have it now, that you're
My
using a
sense is
plastic bag.
unconscionable. But anyway, I think we're overthinking this, everybody, is that it's pretty simple, not much different than what you were doing before, except you're using these as a liner for your, present trash barrel.
Right.
In a sense, and that's all you're doing. And the collection is a little different in timing, but
No,
other
the
than
collection
that.
and timing will stay the same.
it's the same.
So
Was it-
whatever
is-
your
Is collection once a week or twice?
Once a
Or
week.
every 2 weeks?
Once a week,
Once a week, okay, so it's the same.
yeah,
Some
Same
people
thing,
were thinking,
recycling
some people
weekly.
were thinking it was every other week.
no.
So it's really the same, nothing has really changed.
And you just have
except-
control over the bill.
And the fact is, if we voted for override, we still would have paid through our property taxes.
Right.
So in the long run, we're not, it's all gonna be a wash, no matter how you.
I bet, but you would have control, your bill might be different than my bill.
Right.
It's the same thing. You wouldn't want to pay for your neighbor's water. You would not want to pay for your neighbor's gas. You actually have control. So statistically, people that are 65 and older are the ones that benefit most from this program.
Can I just say something on a positive note? I lived in Pepperell and I lived in Pepperell for 5 years and I went to their transfer station.
You're probably.
Sorry, Jesse, quiet.
recycling event. We have it every year. We've had it for over, I want to say 12 years already, at the Air Shirley Middle School. And we'll take all your musical instruments. They're like, what do I do with my old violin or something like that? It's nice to give to people, but sometimes they're like, oh, you got to repair it. And you're like, oh, I don't want to repair it. So we have the Air Shirley music school comes and actually takes them, and then they'll repair them. And we have mattresses will be there, and we'll find out what the price is. But I mean, if you're going to come all the way to Shirley, it might just be as easy just to go to Fitchburg, you know, go right directly with your mattress versus an intermediate. But we'll have the big truck for all textiles. I mean, all of us have gone from our shorts and our t-shirts to longer clothes now because it's a little chillier. When you're cleaning out your closets and you realize, oh, I have one shoe, my shirt has a stain, that it doesn't fit, I don't want that anymore. Some stuff, if it's good clothes, get it to TEO. But if it has stains, rips, blankets, towels, pillows, stuffed animals, anything that's fabric, any textiles, clothes, rips, just no wet and smelly, we're gonna have the big truck there. And we can just take it. So you can have big bags of your textiles. Because it's unbelievable. We do 70 pounds per person, even with clothing bins that we have at Spalding, at the recycling center, at Gourmet. We have it in town. NTEO. And we still generate 70 pounds per person of textiles in the trash because people are like, oh, the ripper broke, the button broke, the ripper is not working, the hat doesn't fit anyway, it has a little stain on it, they want it. We'll also be taking all household items, household goods from Acton will be there, and we have if you have office supplies and you're like, I've had different craft projects, we have the Great Exchange in Devon's comes in with their truck and they'll take all of that for free. So it's an incredible event. You'll see the flyer coming out soon. But that's another way of reducing by reusing and helping other communities as well.
Is that at Air Sterling School or is it down at
It's at the Air Shirley Middle School, right in the Shirley Town Hall, and that is October 19th. That's a Saturday during the day. But so there's great opportunities for us to use the transfer station recycling center, use our curbside recycling, use our ways of reducing our trash when we're gonna have our pumpkins soon. Everybody's gonna get their pumpkins, put it with your leaf pile. If you don't wanna do a full composting program. Yeah, that's great. And that's perfectly fine, but you don't have to put it in your trash bag. You don't have to do it that way. So there's some things to help with.
I have a question about the composting. I have a composter, you know, it's on a stand. And I took a class here through the library that we weren't supposed to put cooked items like meats and stuff in it.
And that's correct. If a home compost bin should not have meat or dairy, and there was a flyer, our draft flyer did go out on social media before we got it printed. So the printed new one, this one that you have, does not have meat or dairy.
No, it has leftovers.
And that's fine. Most leftovers are little stuff, and that's fine. It's just most of the meat and dairy. Leftover little things is fine.
I want to add to the information about clothing that we either have outgrown. It doesn't have stains and paint on it. Buttons can be off. Zippers don't have to work. So the bin at TEO and the bin that you see at Spalding are fundraisers. And also the Lions Club has a big trailer when we have our Christmas tree sale. And that's for clothing, shoes, I think pocketbooks, hats. And that's a big fundraiser for the Lions Club. And so all those organizations, those three that I just mentioned, Spalding, TEO, and the Lions Club, seasonal at Christmas time, those three places use them. It's extra money for those organizations. The school, the Lions Club gives back to Townsend, and what's the other one? So they're all important programs. So please don't put your fabric in the trash. You'll be saving money as well. Yeah. And shoes, and pocketbooks, and belts, and hats.
cartons, that's fine. But if you have paper cartons, plastic cartons, you probably know somebody that has chickens who would love for you to give them your egg cartons. Styrofoam is trash, so I don't want you to put the styrofoam egg cartons in the recycling bin. We have on here, on your flyer, on the bottom here, it says recyclesmart.org. We also have the Townsend website. Both of those have the link. The Townsend website brings you back to the Recycle Smart. Recycle Smart is our statewide, all over Massachusetts, what can we put in the bin. We have over 700 items, so you can put in there so many details of, I have this item in my hand, can I put it into the recycling bin? And it will tell you. And we have updated lists. We talk with the MRFs. So Shaw's takes their stuff to Harvey. Harvey takes it, is the MRF in Westboro that moves our recyclables through conveyor belts. Harvey gives us an updated list and say, yes, I can take that. Yes, I can take that. No, I can't take that. So that is the best list on what can be recycled. And yes, all your inner rolls of your paper towels and toilet paper can be recycled.
What about, I bought a bunch of it. This is hard plastic that's probably much older than recycling at this point. It doesn't have a number, so what do you do with these?
It's surprising like how many people would take them as a donation if you have, and you can do a craft. I know, but some people do craft stuff out of them. It might not be for drinking anymore. You might put plastic. For bulky plastic, we have at the recycling center for bulky plastic. So anything that's made from plastic, like that kind of thing, or if you have your laundry baskets or buckets and things like that that are broken, or chairs, we have our lawn chairs or kid toys. We have a container at the recycling center for bulky plastic. So I would put that under bulky plastic.
Is that free?
Yes.
That is.
All right, you gotta check. The last time I checked it was just go on the website and check that. But not for that one item. They wouldn't give you a price for that. It would be like, I'm bringing this container. You know, it's the amount, not.
All right, I also have items like this that has a plasticky cover over the plastic. It's seal it a little bit.
But you don't have to. And we call it tubs. So for plastic, it's very easy. If it had a cap on it, if you drank out of it, if you have a thing, we don't want chemicals. But I mean, your cleaning stuff you can, but hazardous material goes to the Devon's hazardous material. But if it had a cap on it, bottles, jars, tubs, and that's a tub, can be recycled. And with the plastics.
What about food containers? Like Dunkin Donuts, donut boxes. They have residue food. What about that?
Yeah. Right now, I normally do not. Normally, when I get that, they're very, very dirty. Not like a pizza box. They're a different type of box. I normally just throw those out. I think we had
I have a question on the bags. The suppliers, are they from recycled material?
Yep. And so that's why sometimes you'll see a variation in the color. Doesn't mean it's any less quality, doesn't mean it's any problems with it, but because it does have the recycled material, and it is hard to recycle plastic, which goes into these bags, you might see some that are going to be darker, some might be lighter, but it does help close that loop, kind of like you were saying, of why we're throwing our trash in these bags. It's not ideal, it's not perfect, but these bags do help lessen the amount of plastic that are out there.
Any other questions?
I also bring, another suggestion, I also bring, clothes that are too far gone to the Salvation Army, and I put it in a regular bag, just put on the bags, because they also.
Yep. So now in town, but if you go to Nashua, you do have Salvation Army, Savers, and Goodwill, so that you can drop off all household items. So many things. People think, oh, what do I do with a pan? You know, they want pans, they want lights, you know, they want different things that you've had. So you can definitely donate, and that's the wonderful thing about this program is the first time you pay for a bag, you actually look inside and be like, oh, I can recycle that. Oh, I can give that away. Oh, I can compost that. I can find another use for that. I can be more creative. Sometimes, like, when you have grandkids over or something like that and thinking of a project, you can be like, oh, we can use something in the recycling bin or in this not used pile and make something new for a church or a different organization, even for you guys to do like the craft.
You said the seniors are going to be given some kind of an allotment, we don't have to buy the bags, is that what you?
So there are people that have already said that they will be donating bags,
Oh.
so we don't know how many.
Oh, I see.
But it'll be a first come, first served that Alyssa will have, and that would probably start like, probably a day before, and probably it's like Friday before the program starts. So, I'd probably suggest everybody should get at least one roll.
Oh, good.
And then, no, I don't know if you're gonna get given a roll, it depends on how many people donate here. But it would be great if people online say, hey, I wanna donate, I feel like I wanna give back to the town. The senior center would love to have free people to pay back. But if you guys just bought one roll and then you'd be like, oh, that wasn't that hard, I can do my own, but then it's like, it's a hardship, and then talk to that. Yeah.
I wanted to know what happens, I think I heard you say families of 1, 2, and 3, households of 1, 2, and 3, what's for and after, I'm just curious.
That they have the dumpsters, they are not part of the town program.
Oh, so if you're 4 people or more, you
No,
have to.
if-
Or family households, or
If-
family structures.
So the apartment complexes
Oh,
have a
you're talking
dumpster,
about-
units of houses,
Oh, yes.
yeah. We got it? That's a wrap.
One more.
It's not a question, I just would like to say, you know, my kids are pushing 50, but I have grandchildren, and none of us like to pay the taxes and everything, and we beat on the schools. However, it is these young people here who pay social security taxes and pay for us retired people to get our social security. So, you know, we should not be too upset about having to pay $2 for trash bags. It's just, these are our future leaders, we need good schools, and it's important.
Yes, I realize that.
Well, thank you everyone for your time. If there's any questions, feel free to, reach out to us.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna drop it off, he's in plain cribbage. Because otherwise I have to come back and get him.
I'm a reject.
I'm just gonna run down and give him another bag.
And then they call us and say, but they might not do it unless you go and ask them to carry the bags to our office.
Yeah, let's look through.
Yeah, I got a couple other things, and because it's a.
Right.